Lovely people, this is Celebrity Hub with me, Jifa Jerina, your host on the show, and this is CTV Ghana. You can log on to all our pages on social media. That's CTV GH. Also, today on the show is going to be amazing. I have with me business to business sales director of Kasapreko Company Limited, and he is in the person of Mr. Kwesi Amoako. Let's take a word. We'll be right back.
What are you doing?
Number for pro any before Eddie are buying and a essa or weary. We in a baby tenacia or to tiny babema. Habaya, a more lamb, I decide before we are ready. And then, Mumba show me tea about one way, Eddie a body and Sapemunyansa, Eddie a Kahabain, Ninia, Edisa, ye won't a yare, that will be mine. Say yes, stroke, hypertension, diabetes, prostate cancer. Say o kidney muna atochima, hepatitis B, udon B, awon senseng. Bibi biara how unipia for we need share village herbs clinic, Kani Manswa Herbal Clinic, na Adams D Beodia. Village herbs clinic, here people lives.
Welcome back from that quick break. It's still Celebrity Hub with me, your host Chifa, on the show. So as I said, I have with me an awesome personality today. Celebrity Hub show is here to impact and redefine whom a star is. Daddy, welcome.
Thank you.
You look so, let me see, is it handsome?
I would say it's the grace.
Wow. Well, you know, sometimes when you are young, you be like, may say, but you see, what keeps you going? You look so...
So for me, I looked at people that have been ahead of me,
okay,
and how they've managed themselves to still look like 20, 30, 40 years whilst they are 50. Okay. And I tap into some of their secrets. And
so is it supplement or what?
Not supplement, but it's about what goes inside the body. So it's about what you consume.
Okay.
And not necessarily food or water.
Okay.
But if you want to consume bad information, that can have an influence on you, and that can change the way your body will react. In fact, your stress levels can even go up. Wow. So I decide what goes into the system. And for me, it's all about positivity. So when the thing even looks negative, I try to look at the positive side
angle of it.
And that drives me.
Everywhere is smiling.
Smiling. I don't get angry easily.
Really?
And when I get to that level, well, my dad used to say, you can't control him.
When we say Mr. Kwesi Amoako, who is he? Tell us a bit about the family, where you're coming from. Let's jump into the school angle as well.
Okay, so thank you, Jifa. Kwesi Amoako, I like, removing the mistakes and those things. Kwesi Amoako simply because that was...
Because of the corporate environment?
Exactly. Was born in Bono Hafu.
Okay.
Then it was Bono Hafu. Now we have Bono East, Bono West, and Hafu. Precisely, my village is Bedu, close to Wenchibuzia's town. My father died 2 years ago. He was a judge and retired as a High Court judge in Accra and passed on.
Whenever Daddy had his case.
Oh, no. You see, when you are in that space, you are restricted because you don't want to create problems for your father, especially when he's part of the
judges and all
exactly.
that.
So you have to be a very good boy, you know. And my mother was a baker, and just a month after my dad's passing, she also joined. So we had to bury both of them the same day and do the funeral. So somebody would say, at this stage, I'm an orphan. Okay. I will be 52 years this month ending.
Wow.
That's
Birthday
right.
party.
It is not my turn though. After 40 years, I decided to use every birthday to rather do some introspection to understand myself, what I want to do, have I been able to achieve it, where I'm heading to, what else do I need to do to get where I want to get. So my birthdays are solemn days. I try to stay indoors. I don't go anywhere. Wow. Okay, so maybe one of these days when I'm able to hit 70, probably
no, you will hit it, Jesus.
Do that. Thank you, amen.
You will hit it that
all
day,
right.
all right.
Yeah, so fast forward, my childhood started in Wenchi and then later in Sunyani, and I think I spent most of my youthful days in Sunyani. And that is where, after secondary school, I came back national service to also do radio in Sunyani. This is in 1997, when radio had started fresh in Ghana. So there were not too many radio stations.
So you've been in the media part as well?
Yes. So my radio station was Sky FM.
Sky FM.
Yes, 96.7.
Hey, you still remember?
Oh, yes. And I used to do the drive time. So my radio name then was Bars Boy. And some of my colleagues, Elton John Bobe of Joy FM is my colleague. Yas Antoine, I think, I don't know the radio station, but he's called Naakwe or something.
Okay.
Yas Antoine. And then Kobe Jones is a sports guy with House of Folk. A lot of the guys that I have been in radio with are all in Accra at this stage.
And are they still in media?
A lot of them are in media.
But why did you choose to?
YAD, I know you've heard of YAD.
Yeah.
Eddie Ray,
yes.
They are all guys that we've been in radio with. So radio was something that also opened another door. So whilst I was in radio in 1997, I got the opportunity to do commercials, actually BTLs, that is in-bar activations for some brewery companies. And I started with, I think, ABC company at that time. And then Accra Brewery came in.
Okay.
You know, and whilst working with Accra Brewery, they saw the passion and what I can bring to the table. So in 2004, they asked that I moved from radio and then joined them. So I joined Accra Brewery as a sales rep in Accra in 2004.
But come to think of it, how was it quitting media for it? Was it because of the money, the offer, or maybe you left because the passion wasn't there anymore?
The passion was there, all right? But you see, you grow. You must grow. I looked at the media scene at that time and I was not seeing that growth. It's all about fun, okay? And I can't still tell you for a fact that there are a lot of people in the media who are still struggling, but just for the sake of the love.
And then the passion, so they are there.
They are there. Okay, but if you are not careful, you'll be caught in that web where you enjoy media, you step out there, everybody is waving at you, but there is nothing to write home about. So for me, I looked at what I wanted to achieve and I said, look, I don't see any progression in the media for me. So let me move. And that is how I took that offer and I jumped.
Do you ever regret?
Not at all. I think that it rather gave me the opportunity to also meet a lot of people and learn new things. Because in radio, yes, you sit behind the console, microphone. People hear your voice. They don't actually even see you. But with the work that I was doing as a sales rep, I was a customer-facing person. I was meeting a lot of people, big men, all kinds of people all the time. And meeting them, you would pick 1 or 2 lessons and experiences from them that will shape the way you also see the world and the way you also want to progress.
That will even pave opportunities as well.
100%. So I did that from 2004 with Accra Brewery up to 2023, and then I joined Kasapreko. So in terms of the corporate work, I've been in about 22 years now.
Congratulations.
And then my total work experience is around 30 years. So probably I should start thinking of going to pension. You know, but it's because I started work early.
No.
You know.
Wait, when you are 65.
Then I go, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically that has been my work profile. And I've worked everywhere in Ghana because the work takes us around
the world.
Yeah, as a sales rep, came up as a channel execution manager, distributor manager, route to market manager, overseeing the entire Ghana. And then I left Accra Brewery as a logistics director to Kasapreko as now the business to business sales director, and I oversee West Africa. So that is basically
the huge growth is there.
I am. That's right. So it's growth, but all this didn't come on a silver platter. You know, hard work. You know, perseverance. You know, setting your SMART goals that are achievable in the shortest to medium term. Okay, ensuring that you love what you are also doing, and then continuous learning.
You were saying something that motivation is needed with hard work. Yes. You see, here in the case, for instance, maybe a journalist will say, I'm in the radio studio to present news and work out. But here in your case, you were not just there for presentation, for your showbiz and all that. You were still doing commercials. You were multitasking.
Yeah.
So, meaning one is not supposed to focus on just a particular aim, right?
Not at all. Not at all. So you can be good at one, but you need to cast your net wide, so that whatever that is quite important that comes to you can grab it.
You can grab it.
Exactly. So if you, for example, a radio presenter, and you say that your capability is to just sit behind a console and talk, it will get to a time that your employers will say that you are not adding more or more
value to
value.
it.
Exactly. So whilst you sit there using the console to share your views, you must as well be somebody who can rake in some money by adding a bit of some marketing skills that will get you to bring commercials to the station. So those are the bits and pieces of value additions that you can bring and make you more relevant.
But you and I agree that, let me say, most media personalities on air, let me say, it's not like laziness though, but almost 60 to 70% are very shy to work out there and then do the needful.
So I wouldn't say no and I wouldn't say yes, but in our time, the radio station didn't even have a very strong marketing team that were dedicated to just step out there and go and get commercial. So it was us, the presenters.
Good.
So after your show, you step out there and then you begin to look at what is new in town. How do I get these people to come and advertise on our radio? You go and share the good news. You tell them how far your frequency can go. You know, that kind of people who listen to your programs and your show. And then you give them some value for money so that at the end of the day, they can come in and start working with you. So up until about 3-4 years, then the business started seeing the need to now have a proper marketing team.
Yeah.
But that aside, still, the presenters were also working as marketing personnel, because
and that will even bring you another commission to your salary.
That was where I was
and you know
going.
I enjoy that one.
That was where I was going. So the beautiful thing is that if you get something in, you can get something in your pocket as well.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I hope my fellow media personalities are also listening to you.
100%.
Okay, so coming back, there is a royal blood. I saw it all when I first met you. I was not just listening to your session during the conference though, but I was just looking at the personality. I was reading the personality. I saw some culture stuffs and all that. I was like, no.
Yes, so I am the Nseniahene of Badu traditional area, my hometown, and I was installed in 2021 August, I remember, So I think that this August I will be 5 years on the stool. So yes, leading the Ekwana clan in Bedu. So it's not easy, but we are in. When the ancestors select you, that you would have to come and take the mantle and lead.
There's no way to say no.
There is no way. I resisted it for over a year, but eventually they had to convince my father to talk to me to agree. And this is where I am. In terms of the traditional council, I also represent the finance committee. So I am the head of the finance committee of the traditional council. And I work closely with all other sub-chiefs to ensure that our traditional council, gets the best out of the best for the community.
I'm just thinking, this is time for us to host maybe boys empowerment projects, because we have great men like this who can influence the boys out there to become responsible, so that the girl-child empowerment can slow down a bit.
That's right.
Seriously. Because I think it takes a good father, a good brother, and then a good guy to raise a beautiful woman as well. So, how do you manage your busy schedule as a director and then as a chief as well?
I have had this question asked many times. And for me, it's about personal planning. Personal planning.
EP.
You set your priorities.
Okay.
So it is not everything that you get me jumping into. It doesn't mean that I don't have time to socialize with friends. That 1 or 2 times we need to sit somewhere and pour some libation. But that must fit into my schedule. For example, today, whilst in the office, 2 of my colleagues approached me and said, "Oh, we have visitors from Ohio Columbus who visited our plant, and they want us to take them out tonight." But because they did not give me the prior notification, I told them that no, I have handled my schedule already. I can't jump into that. So when I have the schedule, I'll fit into it.
Wow.
But because I have other things doing. Remember, I lecture at the university as well, University College of Management Studies.
Yes.
And I do that Saturdays and Sundays. So for me, I am 24/7. All my days are fully booked. And then I make time to also go to the village for traditional council meetings.
For family?
For family.
To have fun personally?
I am also a member of the Lions Club International, Nyansapo Virtual Club, and I am the marketing person in the club.
Okay, so tell me about the club.
Lions.
This is the second time I'm hearing of it.
Okay, so Lions Club is a global club,
okay,
and we are into more of charity. Okay. So we levy ourselves and then raise funds to support people who are in need. One of our flagship programs that we have done over the years has been the supply of the cane. You see this blind cane?
Yeah.
So we levy ourselves, we buy canes and we share
to the blind
to help them see.
That's a good initiative.
Recently, we are doing a campaign on cancer, childhood cancer to be precise. So we also levy ourselves and then try to support the oncology department of most of the hospitals to see how kids, struggling with cancer can be treated. So that is what we do. I would get you invited to join the Nyansapo virtual one. We meet online, and there are times we also meet physically. So that is the Lions Club International.
Daddy, when we say entrepreneurship, you've been in the corporate environment, handling a lot of tasks. When it comes to business, it demands a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then not just time, you need to be smart and hardworking. And if you are not that type, I don't think you can be in the office by now.
Not at all.
Yes. Let's take a wait. We'll be right back. Viewers, you try on your sound.
Why are you not trying?
Busano. Busano, Mama Warren, Busano.
I don't think I'm going to try. Yes, but Jenny now. Still.
Kaleti no. number for grow any women. Be before any abai and a essa or weary. We in a boy betnasia or titani babema. Habaya, Amo Nam, I decide be before weary. And then, Mumbe few biti, Abama we, Eddie Abodiansa, Pemunyansa, Eddie Aka Habai Nuna, Ninia, Edisa, ye won't a yare, that will be mine. Say yes, stroke, hypertension, diabetes, prostate cancer. Say, kidney mona atochima, hepatitis B, udon B, a won't send. Bibi Piara how Unipia for when it share village herbs clinic, Kani Manswa Herbal Clinic, na Adams D. Beowdia. Village herbs clinic, here people lives.
Welcome back, viewers. It's still Celebrity Hub with me, your host, Jerina Chifa. So, I know very soon that you will say I'm going for pension. This one that you're talking about 30 years. Yes. And then the family is going to enjoy you very well in the house. Mm-hmm. I think they will not enjoy you because the chieftaincy ten is also waiting for you. Yeah. Yes, you are going to, I guess you'll be dedicating more time there as well. So, when we talk about leadership, what makes a good leader and a successful entrepreneur?
So, there are some few things that I would want to share. And let's start from, let's say, the entrepreneur side. Okay. So, if you are not a risk taker, you can't be an entrepreneur. So, I think about 2 years ago, I decided to jump into farming. So, I bought a land, okay. 60 acres. Wow. And I was contemplating on cassava farming. So, that was what was my mind. But because the land was virgin, we realized that cultivating cassava in a virgin land in a commercial level will not work. So I switched to cultivation of maize. As we speak, I have plenty maize sitting there that I can't sell. Why? Because the price of maize per bag in my village is around 400 Ghana cedis. And if I sell this maize, what it means is that I am not even going to recover, let's say, 30% of whatever money that I was put in. So here I am trying to define the risk aspect of an entrepreneur. So I jumped into farming as an entrepreneur, but the money that I pumped, I am not getting it back immediately. Should I quit? No. I am holding on. This year I am thinking of diversifying the farm into something that is also becoming a cash cow. And I see people are yearning for ginger. So I'm working with some agric, extension officers to see if my land is a fit for ginger.
Ginger production.
Probably that will solve my problem and then give me some money. So as an entrepreneur, risk, if you can't take risk, you can't jump into it. Okay? And be prepared that failure can come. But when you fail,
early.
Yes, when you fail, would you sleep in the failure or you pick lessons from the failure and move on?
I rather pick something
Perfect.
And work with it.
So that makes you the entrepreneur because you are not allowing that failure to push you down, but you are picking the learnings. And then the lesson will put you on the next pedestal and then you start moving. Then how to prudently manage funds. Entrepreneurs run programs, get their first paycheck, and all that they do is that they will go and buy a very big car. And that is what is killing Ghanaian entrepreneurs. Okay. So they start the business. Let's take this TV station as an example. Let's say you are the owner. You started.
Amen.
1 year, money is coming in, people are advertising, then the next minute you go and buy some big Land Cruiser without rather putting the money back into the business to ensure that all the equipments that will make the business function are there. So in about 3-4 years, the old equipments are down and then the person cannot move again. So you need to be very prudent as to how you spend your money. So I just use these 3 points just to describe how, as an entrepreneur, you need to live your life. Then as a leader, you must listen. 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 What we don't do more time is to listen to people.
Okay.
Whether it is your wife, it's your children, it's your family member or your friend, your colleague. Anytime you have the opportunity to be engaging with people, keep quiet and let them make their point. When they finish, you can make your point. So listening is one of the key things that will make you a super leader. If you don't listen, you will make hasty decisions because you will not allow Jifa to finish the point and then you want to answer. Probably by the time Jifa finishes, the question would have been different from what you are envisaging and answering. Then you give a wrong answer.
And even that can also lead to another perception or carry about you.
That's right. Then you must be empathetic. Empathy says it all. Now, gone are the days when people go for interviews and the panel is looking for people with high IQ. Then you do aptitude test and then mathematics, they get 100 over 100. And they say, this is the brilliant person. Let's hire. But over time, they've seen that emotional quotient or EQ is now making the waves that if you feel for the person, it helps you to mold and manage the person for the person to give out their best. So as a leader, if you are not feeling for the people that you are leading, you will never do what they want. So you would think that they would want to sleep in the morning, but they want to sleep in the afternoon. So you give them the sleeping break in the morning. They will go to bed, they can't sleep. And then the time you want them back at work, that is the time they also feel they want to sleep. But when you put yourself in their shoes, you understand that, they don't want to sleep in the afternoon, but they want it in the morning. So you need to be emotionally, attached to them, empathetic, and then that will help you to manage them well. I leave you with that one.
There's the Gen Z world now. Yes, this generation is different from that of yours.
Always.
Yes. And when it comes to the corporate environment or maybe the working aspect of it, or how do you see this generation?
So the generation is not a generation that wants to sit down
and learn.
They learn, but they have their own way of learning.
Okay.
But in corporate, they don't want to come and sit in the office from 8 to 5. They work smarter because they apply all the technological tools available to them. Our mind is programmed like the analog type, but theirs is the computer type. Okay. And if you look at the Gen Zs in the offices, those who come to do internships with me, those who come to do national service, they know their stuff, but they don't want to sit there for a long time. When you say they should report at 8, they want to come by 9. Why? They feel that they have other things that they have to do and they come at 9. By 2, they will finish their job anyway. So why do you want them to come at 9? Okay. So it is a new dimension that we need to start looking at. How do we manage these Gen Zs who are coming? They don't want to work through the traditional way that we do things, but they want to apply the things that they are learning online, those skills, and that makes them to work faster and smarter than us. Do you still use, let's say, a calculator to work numbers?
I want to
For
use
them,
it.
maybe once on the go, the phone is already calculating. Sometimes they are holding the phone, they just talk to the phone. Siri, call Jifa. And then the call will just start ringing. Now, in my days, you are now going to take the phone, unlock the phone, go and punch. No, you are now going to search for the first number before you punch. How many minutes would have gone? But the Gen Z person now just say, call Jifa and ping, 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 ping. Oh, hello, Jifa. And my assistant in the office, that's it. So if I have anything that I want to do and I want to do it very fast, I just tell her, look, do this. And I know you can do this thing for me in the next 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, bingo, it is there. Okay, so it is up to us to embrace them, understand how they operate, and then fix them into the corporate world. We shouldn't shy away. If we want to do, business as usual, 8 to 5, if you don't come, you are fired. It will get to a time we won't get people to come and work with us. When they are stressed, they'll come and tell you, boss, I'm stressed, I'm going home. In our time, who born dog to go and tell your boss you are tired, you want to go home? No, but the Gen Zs, No.
Even now, you can't even correct them.
Yeah.
Whether you correct the person, you're a bad person.
Yeah. So you manage the positive side of them and use it to your advantage. Praise them as always when they do the good thing. Draw their attention to the bad things. Don't let it go. Draw their attention that, look, this will take you here. This will bring you here. But I feel they also want the praises. When you praise them, when they've done something good, they will keep on doing their best.
Lastly, you've been in the media before. You've grew, you've enjoyed the space. From the way you were talking, I was like, no, you were speaking from experience. Looking at content on TV now, in terms of radio and more, that's the traditional media. And you know, civilization has taken place more higher. So we have social media also doing their own thing. People creating numerous content. What do you have to tell our TV stations as well, as a media person in the past?
To be very honest, I sometimes get saddened with some of the content that is aired. And I know that there's been a series of announcements from the Media Commission to try and regulate and sanitize the system. Those who do this money doubling and ritual sort of things on live television, for me, is not on. You see, we are creating a society where people think that you don't need to work. You can sit, watch TV, and then the person will come and tell you, oh, bring 1 cup of water. Come and put it here, let me cover it. After 30 minutes, when I open it, it's 100 million. When you do that, what are you telling the youth coming? It means that, oh, you don't need to work. If you get the water and you go, they do it, you are already a rich man.
I also have a daddy like you who has been in the office for 30 years.
Yes, okay. So those are the things that the content that we are churning out these days is very, very appalling. And I think Media Commission, I am sure they are the police, they need to start doing that. If you scan the channels, look, you hear things and
you just off the TV.
You just put it off. Initially, I was seeing men. Now, women have taken over, and they are even doing it. So those content for me, I think, is not on. Those days, you will never hear or comfort Sawabe TV show. Now, comfort
and in those days, when you're back from church, you watch cantata, you watch Ephemera, like, you know, with CTV like this.
That's it.
You know, when you on our TV station, during Saturday and Sunday.
Those are family programs. It brings the family together because one person doesn't watch, you cannot watch cantata. You can't laugh alone. So you sit with your wife and your kids, and then you watch. It creates that the humor that is coming. You laugh and you ask questions. That's it. It's funny.
There are a lot of stories around us.
You know. So content. I think that we are way behind, and we need to do more.
Awesome. So we are grateful. We are honored to have you. A lot has been said. I won't waste much of your time. I hope anybody watching this out there knows that indeed an Awashe program. And Daddy, as you're moving out, what do you have to tell the citizens out there? What do you have to tell your business partners as well? And then Kasapreko at large.
So first I would say let's try and consume Ghana.
Okay.
So anything that is made from this country, it's our #1 priority to consume. So take all the Kasapreko brands, the Awake Water, our ever flagship Alumu bitters, and then our minerals, the Puma Cola and all that. And anything that is produced locally, let us consume it, because we cannot go and consume things that are imported and then put money in the pocket of that person who manufactured it elsewhere. Let the money stay back to their country. So let's consume Ghana. And then let's be responsible citizens.
Thank you for coming, Daddy.
Welcome.
I'm grateful, and it's such a great honor to host you. Okay, it's been wonderful. It's been great on Celebrity Hub Show with the business-to-business director of Kasapreko Company Limited. He's in the person of Mr. Kwesi Amoako. It's been nice. It's been beautiful. And in fact, I'm just, I don't know what to say again, but please tell a friend to tell a friend that CTV, we got you with more educative content, that your kids are safe to watch, that your family are also safe to watch. Catch me same time next week on the show. It's still Celebrity Hub. Bye-bye.